When you get hurt, like your foot, it breaks or it gets fractured, how long will it take it to repair and get better?
Wow, that's such an interesting question. This will vary on how severe you've been injured. So it can take anything up to a few weeks to a few months.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, these things like that will vary.
Yeah, okay.
Does exercise help to improve it, or some injuries it's better not to do?
The most crucial thing to know is recovery. Recovery is the most first and crucial thing that needs to be done. So say for example, if you've injured your leg, the first thing that you need to do is rest up. After a sufficient amount of rest, then you focus on rehabilitating yourself through gradual exercise and building up the intensity.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Sam had a question about when he's riding his bicycle, what is it, how he could keep himself more safe to protect his bones as well?
Okay, there are a couple of things that you can do. First of all, ride slowly and also have the protective gear. The protective gear is things like a helmet, elbow pads, knee pads, and have someone to supervise you as well. So you can take up a couple of these precautions. That will help minimize the prevention of injury.
And that doesn't just go for bike riding, also other sports like cricket, football, shin pads are very important. Because I know a lot of boys out there, young boys, they love their sport, especially football, and they can get injured, especially with the shoes that they wear.
They're wearing that, yeah.
So what advice would you give?
You've actually quite highlighted a couple of things right there. Protective clothing, so such as things like shin guards, knee guards, elbow pads and so forth. These are good preventions for to minimize injury. Also, to have a good coach to minimize injury and get proper correct instruction.
So, what about, you know, there's loads of things on the internet that children go on, they want to like learn a sport, exercise, and like you said, it's very important to have the right coach. Is it safe to take instructions from books or the internet or TV?
Those are good things as learning points, as references, but the most important thing is nothing actually beats hands-on, so you actually do need an instructor to guide you through the processes of learning. So yeah, if you combine the theory and the impractical together, definitely, then you've got something there, but the theory alone don't quite cut it.
So, Brother Mahmoud, are there any tips that you can give us, so apart from being slow and taking the precautions, is there anything else in addition to which we could look after our bones?
Yes, there is things to do with nutrition. Milk provides calcium to the bones, which makes the bones more dense, more thicker, more stronger. So that's a good start right there, nourishing the bones. So it's actually less likely to fracture and get injured. So yeah, correct nutrition is the actual key to good, strong, healthy bones.
Is water good for your bones?
Water, it provides good function of the body. It actually lubricates every joint, provides good oxygen towards the blood, so your body can function properly. So yeah, but this is more to do with the body functioning more than the bones itself.
Yeah, I thought water is good for your skin.
Water is, yeah, definitely.
It keeps you hydrated when you're exercising as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So what are the things that we could eat food-wise, or things that we should avoid that are not good for our bones?
Okay, things you can eat, that varies because there's so many things that you can eat. The question is, when you're about to engage in activity, you don't want to eat too soon, and then you end up throwing up, of course. So it's about being sensible in terms of what you're about to eat and the time duration between you exercising and the time that you eat. So say, for example, if you're about to engage in activity, if you eat under an hour a big meal, that's not really sensible, because if you were to do that, you will throw up. So it's about being sensible in terms of eating at the correct time, eating the right quantity of food.
My question also is, we were discussing, weren't we, about what do we have between our bones? Joints. So in between our bones, we obviously, if there was nothing between our bones, they would rub against each other and they'd break. So there's something called cartilage. So it's like a cushiony pad, isn't it? So, you know, when we're exercising and stuff, how can we avoid, you know, like people that play tennis, or boys, so it gets worn out, doesn't it?
And you can actually try doing alternative movements. So instead of doing this, you might change direction. So things like actually varying your movement and not just doing one set of movement a certain way for such a long period of time, because the joints and the muscles do wear and tear. So the best thing is to do is make your movements, vary your movements, add a bit of variety into your movements. So true.
So thank you so much for joining us, Brother Mahmood.
No
We've learned a lot actually about how important our health is, and I'm sure everyone at home has too. Do take home these key points, because they are very important as you grow older, and our body is very valuable to us. We must take care of it as a way of saying thank you and alhamdulillah. So that's all we have time for today, and I'm sure you guys will join us soon again, and you will see me again next time inshallah on Kids Say. Until then, assalamu alaikum.
جبل حول إحدى القرى جميل الملاعب عالي الذرى رأى الناس كهفا وللكهف باب